There comes a moment in life when the stories we've been told about wellness, about what it means to be whole, healed, and vibrant, begin to crumble. You sense it when you realize that chasing external solutions has left you feeling hollow. You see it when someone with everything the world says should bring joy still feels empty inside. Wellness isn't just about the food you eat, the exercise you do, or the pills you take. It is something far more subtle, yet infinitely more powerful. A frequency, a rhythm of energy that you carry within you. And when that frequency is out of tune, no amount of external fixing can create lasting harmony. This is where the concept of quantum healing invites us to wake up. It is not about magic tricks or pseudo-spiritual promises. It's about an awakening to the truth that everything in existence, including your body and your thoughts, is energy. Imagine for a moment that your life is a symphony, each cell of your body an instrument, each belief you hold a note. If the symphony is discordant, you don't throw away the instruments, you tune them. True wellness is about tuning your inner orchestra so it plays in resonance with the highest vibration of life. But why is this so hard for us to grasp? We've been conditioned to think of the body as a machine, something that breaks and must be repaired from the outside. Yet the deeper truth is that the body is not merely mechanical. It is a field of intelligence, constantly receiving and responding to signals, your thoughts, your emotions, your environment. If you live in fear, guilt, or anger, your field contracts, becoming heavy and stagnant. But when you live in joy, gratitude, and love, your field expands, radiating vitality. You have felt this difference before, haven't you? That moment when you're so inspired that your whole body seems to hum with life. That is energy alignment. That is healing. Quantum healing begins with the willingness to see yourself not as a passive recipient of health or illness, but as a co-creator. And co-creation starts with awareness. Where in your life are you still believing that you need to be fixed? Where are you waiting for someone else to hand you the permission slip to feel whole? These are not trivial questions, they are doorways. Every time you catch yourself thinking, "I'll be happy when," you are placing your energy outside yourself, chasing something that can never complete you. Quantum healing calls you back inward to the recognition that wholeness isn't something you achieve, it's something you remember. Think about the last time you laughed uncontrollably, felt the warmth of genuine connection, or were awestruck by the beauty of nature. Those moments of pure presence are healing moments because they bring you back into alignment with your natural frequency. The quantum field, the invisible web of energy that connects all things, responds not to what you say you want, but to the frequency you emit. You can say, "I want to be healthy," but if underneath you are vibrating with fear of sickness or a belief that you are broken, your energy is misaligned. The field listens to the vibration, not the words. This understanding is not meant to burden you with self-blame, but to empower you. You are not powerless in the face of life. The power to heal, to shift, to transform is not something outside of you. It is the very essence of who you are. What would it feel like to truly believe that your thoughts, emotions, and energy are creative forces? To know, not just intellectually but experientially, that you can choose frequencies of love, gratitude, and compassion, and that those frequencies will ripple through your body, mind, and life like waves in a pond. You do not have to be perfect to begin. You do not have to meditate for hours or have all the answers. All you need is the willingness to listen to the subtle language of your energy. Start by noticing. What emotions dominate your days? Do you wake up with dread or curiosity? Do you feel like life is something happening to you or something flowing through you? The answers to these questions reveal the state of your energetic alignment. Quantum healing is not about rejecting conventional medicine or denying the physical aspects of health. It is about adding another layer of understanding, one that transcends mere matter, and dives into the realm of possibility. Science now recognizes that even atoms, the building blocks of all matter, are mostly empty space filled with energetic potential. If the foundation of your body is energy, then shifting that energy is not only possible, but profoundly transformative. This is where the journey begins, by remembering that you are not separate from the intelligence that created stars, oceans, and galaxies. The same quantum fabric that moves the tides and spins the planets also flows through your veins. True wellness starts when you stop trying to control life from the outside and start harmonizing with the symphony of energy within you. If part 1 was the awakening, the soft whisper that there is more to you than meets the eye, then this is where the vision sharpens. To truly understand quantum healing, we must look at energy not as an abstract concept but as the very foundation of your existence. Every thought you think, every feeling you hold, every word you speak, is not just floating through your mind. It's vibrating, resonating, shaping the reality you experience. You are a transmitter and receiver of energy, constantly broadcasting signals to the universe and interpreting the signals you receive in return. Think of a radio station. When you tune the dial to a specific frequency, you hear a particular channel. If the dial is slightly off, the sound becomes distorted, full of static. Your personal energy works the same way. When your thoughts and emotions are aligned with clarity, love, and purpose, your life feels harmonious, things flow effortlessly. But when fear, resentment, or self-doubt dominate, the signal becomes fuzzy, and life starts to feel like a struggle. It isn't that the universe is against you, it's simply that your dial is set to a frequency that doesn't match what you truly desire. Quantum physics, in its simplest form, suggests that reality is not fixed. Instead, reality is shaped by observation and interaction. Your mind, your beliefs, and your expectations collapse possibilities into the version of life you perceive. Isn't that extraordinary? To know that your reality is not something happening to you, but something happening through you? But here's the catch. Most of us are broadcasting unconsciously. We replay the same emotional patterns day after day, stuck in loops of fear or inadequacy, unaware of the signals we're sending into the quantum field. And then we wonder why life feels stagnant. Ask yourself, what kind of energy am I radiating right now? Not the energy you hope you have, but the one you feel in your bones. Are you vibrating with trust, or with doubt, with joy, or with frustration? The beauty of this awareness is that you always have the power to shift. Energy is fluid. It responds instantly to focus, attention, and intention. Imagine your body as a river. When your energy is aligned, that river flows effortlessly, nourishing every cell, every thought, every dream. But when negative beliefs or unresolved pain take hold, it's as though rocks and debris start to clog the current. You don't heal by fighting the debris. You heal by removing it, by clearing what obstructs the natural flow. This is the essence of quantum healing. It's not about forcing wellness, but about returning to the innate balance that already exists within you. Consider the story of someone who seems to defy all odds. Maybe it's the person who, despite a devastating diagnosis, radiates such profound joy and presence that they not only heal but inspire everyone around them. Or the individual who, after years of feeling lost, suddenly aligns with a deep sense of purpose, and life transforms in ways that seem miraculous. These are not coincidences. They are examples of how shifting energy can create entirely new outcomes. When you change the frequency you are tuned into, the music of your life changes too. But let's ground this idea in something practical. How do you shift your energy when life feels heavy? It begins with awareness of your inner state. Most of us live on autopilot, reacting to life rather than consciously creating it. But what if you paused? What if, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you asked, "What energy am I contributing to this moment?" Such a shift is subtle, but it's profound. It places you back in the seat of power. It also helps to understand that energy is layered. Your conscious mind might say, "I want to be healthy and happy." But if your subconscious beliefs whisper, "I am unworthy," your energy will remain misaligned. Healing happens when those hidden layers come into the light, when you dare to examine the stories you've told yourself about who you are. Are these stories lifting you or weighing you down? When you change the story, the energy shifts. Another way to see it is through the lens of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful energetic frequencies available to us. It's not just a mental exercise. It's an energetic state that opens the flow of possibility. When you are truly grateful, you are not chasing anything. You are already whole, already abundant, already enough. From that state, healing happens not because you are forcing it, but because you are allowing it. This is the quantum paradox. The more you chase wellness from a place of lack, the further it feels. But when you begin to align your energy with the reality you wish to experience, when you embody it here and now, it begins to manifest naturally. Ask yourself, where in your life are you still chasing something you don't believe you deserve? And what would shift if you chose instead to align with the belief that it's already within you? Quantum healing is not about instant perfection. It is about tuning again and again, like adjusting an instrument. Each time you choose love over fear, presence over distraction, or gratitude over doubt, you bring your energy into resonance with the reality of wellness. And in that resonance, transformation is not just possible, it becomes inevitable. Every one of us carries an inner script, a set of invisible instructions that dictate how we see ourselves, how we react to life, and what we believe we deserve. This script is often written early, in the quiet moments of childhood, when we learned what love felt like or didn't. It's filled with echoes of other people's voices, parents, teachers, society, culture. And unless we consciously rewrite it, we continue to live out these patterns, even when they no longer serve us. Quantum healing invites us to pause, to listen deeply, and to ask, whose story am I living? Imagine you are standing in front of a mirror, not just seeing your reflection, but seeing every belief you've carried about who you are. What do you see? A person who is enough, whole and radiant, or someone weighed down by expectations, past mistakes, and unspoken fears? The truth is, what you see is not fixed. It is shaped by the lens of your energy. When your energy is heavy with self-criticism or doubt, the world reflects those patterns back to you. But when your energy is lifted by compassion, forgiveness, and trust, that reflection transforms. Rewriting the inner script begins with awareness of the patterns that disrupt your energy. Think about the times when you feel drained or stuck. It's often not because of what's happening outside you, but because of the story you are telling yourself inside. I'm not good enough. Things never work out for me. I'll never heal. These thoughts are not just fleeting, they are frequencies. Each one vibrates at a certain level and shapes the field you live in. And yet, the beautiful truth is that no story is permanent. The moment you bring awareness to a limiting belief, it begins to lose its grip. Here's a question to consider. What beliefs have you accepted as truth, even though they make you feel small? Most of us rarely pause to question the silent scripts that run our lives. But healing requires this pause. It requires the courage to see the beliefs that keep you stuck, not as who you are, but as energy patterns you've unconsciously adopted. Once you recognize them, you can choose to replace them with something new. You can choose to align your energy with the truth that you are worthy, capable, and complete. Think of your mind as a garden. The beliefs you hold are like seeds. Some grow into flowers of joy and possibility. Others grow into weeds of fear and self-sabotage. If your garden feels overrun by weeds, it's not because you're broken. It's because certain seeds were planted long ago, often without your permission. The process of rewriting your inner script is like tending that garden. You begin to notice which seeds need nurturing and which need to be pulled out. And each time you replace a limiting belief with one rooted in self-love or trust, you shift the entire energy of your being. But this is not just an intellectual exercise, it is deeply emotional. Many of our limiting patterns come from wounds we've carried for years. Perhaps it was the moment someone made you feel unworthy or unseen, and you started believing it was true. Quantum healing reminds us that these wounds are not permanent scars, but invitations to realign with our true nature. When you allow yourself to feel the emotions you've suppressed, anger, grief, fear, you release the dense energy that has been holding you back. Healing is not about ignoring pain, but about transmuting it, turning it into light. I recall a story of someone who, for years, battled an illness that no treatment could fully resolve. It wasn't until they began working with their energy, recognizing the deep patterns of self-neglect and unworthiness they had carried since childhood, that their healing began. It wasn't overnight, but as they shifted their inner narrative, as they began to speak to themselves with love rather than judgment, their body responded. Energy alignment doesn't just transform your mind, it reverberates through your cells, your immune system, your entire being. The science of neuroplasticity supports this. Your brain is constantly rewiring based on the thoughts and emotions you repeat. When you consciously choose new thoughts, you are not just thinking positively. You are literally creating new neural pathways, new energetic possibilities. Every time you choose to affirm, "I am whole," even if you don't fully believe it yet, you are planting a seed in your energetic field. The quantum realm, where all potential exists, begins to align with this new reality. But the key is practice. Just as a musician doesn't master a song after one attempt, you don't rewrite your inner script in a single day. Each time you catch yourself repeating an old belief and choose a new one, you are tuning your energy. Each time you choose to see yourself through the eyes of love rather than fear, you are rewriting the music of your life. Ask yourself now, what would it feel like to live as if you are already enough? As if you already have everything within you to heal, to thrive, to shine. This is not about ignoring reality. It's about shifting the lens through which you see it. Because when you change the energy of your perception, the world around you changes too. We often think of transformation as a grand, almost cinematic event. Lightning striking, sudden miracles unfolding. But the truth is, the most profound shifts often occur quietly, in the moments when we decide to see life differently. Living as a vibrational creator means embracing this quiet power. It's not about forcing your reality to change, but about becoming the kind of energy that naturally draws in what you desire. When your energy is aligned, you don't have to chase healing, abundance, or love. These things flow towards you as effortlessly as rivers find the sea. Let's bring this down to real life. Imagine two people who face the same difficult situation. Say, the loss of a job. One spirals into fear, doubt, and self-blame, radiating an energy of lack. The other, while acknowledging the challenge, shifts into curiosity and trust, believing something better is on the horizon. Which person do you think will attract new opportunities faster? Not because they're luckier, but because their energy is open, receptive, and in alignment with possibility. Quantum healing teaches us that our lives are not solely shaped by what happens to us, but by the frequency we embody while those events unfold. There are countless stories of people who've transformed their health, careers, and relationships, not by fighting harder, but by changing their energy. A woman with chronic illness who, instead of obsessing over what was wrong, began focusing on gratitude for the parts of her body that still worked, and slowly, her health began to improve. A man who, after years of failed relationships, stopped trying to find the perfect partner and instead focused on becoming the love he wanted to receive. Only then did a meaningful relationship appear in his life. These are not coincidences. They are evidence of what happens when we stop living as victims of circumstance and begin living as conscious creators. You might wonder, but what if I don't feel like a vibrational creator? What if I'm stuck in fear or pain? The answer is not to pretend those feelings don't exist. Energy alignment is not about plastering over your true emotions with empty affirmations. It's about acknowledging where you are, feeling it fully, and then choosing a higher frequency, not as a forced act, but as an act of love. When you honor your feelings without becoming trapped by them, they begin to shift naturally. Think of this like tuning a guitar. If a string is out of tune, you don't break the guitar. You gently adjust it until the sound is clear again. In the same way, when your energy is off, you don't have to condemn yourself or give up. You simply tune yourself back into alignment. How? Through simple but profound practices. A few moments of deep breathing, the willingness to speak kind words to yourself, or even allowing yourself to stand outside under the night sky and remember how vast and connected you are. Energy responds to attention. When you focus on fear, you amplify it. When you focus on love, you amplify that. This doesn't mean ignoring the challenges in your life. It means meeting them from a place of strength rather than scarcity. Ask yourself, what energy am I bringing to this moment? Even in difficult situations, you have the power to choose a vibration of openness, curiosity, or gratitude. And when you make this choice consistently, life begins to mirror your energy back to you in unexpected ways. Living as a vibrational creator also means releasing the need for constant control. In our culture, we're taught to push, strive, and force outcomes. But quantum healing invites us to trust the flow of energy rather than manipulate it. It's like planting seeds in a garden. You don't dig them up every day to check if they're growing. You trust the process, you nurture the soil, and you allow the unseen forces of nature to do their work. Similarly, when you align your energy with the reality you desire, your job is not to micromanage every detail, but to hold the frequency of what you want, knowing that it will take form in its own time. Think about the last time you felt deeply at peace, when you weren't trying to make anything happen, but simply being present. That is the frequency of creation. When you live from that place, life has a way of organizing itself around you. Opportunities appear. The right people show up. Your body begins to heal. This is not a mystical accident. It is the natural response of the quantum field to your energy. So where in your life can you begin to live more like a vibrational creator and less like a reactor? Perhaps it's in how you start your mornings, not rushing into the day with stress, but taking a moment to set an intention for the energy you wish to carry. Or maybe it's in how you respond to challenges, pausing to ask, what would love do here? What energy would serve me best right now? Each of these small shifts adds up, tuning you into a frequency where healing and abundance are no longer distant dreams, but natural outcomes. When you begin to see yourself as a vibrational creator, the question naturally arises, how do I stay aligned? Life will always present challenges, distractions, and moments of doubt, but alignment is not about perfection. It's about returning. True alignment means living in a state of presence, where you are not consumed by the past or anxious about the future, but deeply connected to the energy of now. It's in this moment, this breath, that your power resides. Start by asking yourself, what frequency am I choosing today? This is not a question of mood or fleeting emotion. It is a question of intention. Even on difficult days, you can choose to bring the energy of compassion, gratitude, or calm into your space. You can say, I may not have control over every outcome, but I can control the vibration I offer to this moment. And when you make that choice repeatedly, it becomes a way of being. It becomes the foundation of your healing. One of the simplest yet most powerful tools for alignment is awareness of your body's energy field. Every time you pause to notice how your body feels, you connect with its wisdom. Do you feel heavy, constricted, tense, or do you feel light, open, and expansive? These sensations are your energy speaking to you. They are signals, guiding you toward what nurtures you and away from what drains you. When you start honoring these signals, saying no to things that pull you out of alignment and yes to what uplifts your soul, you create space for true wellness to unfold. Another key aspect of alignment is stillness. In our modern world, we are constantly in motion, always striving, always distracted. But healing happens in the pauses. It happens in the moments when you stop chasing and start allowing. A few minutes of silence each day, sitting with your breath, feeling your heartbeat, observing your thoughts without judgment, can shift your energy more profoundly than hours of doing. In stillness, the noise of fear quiets, and you remember that you are part of something greater, a vast, intelligent field of energy that is always working with you. There is also immense power in the practice of gratitude, not as a checklist, but as a way of tuning into the frequency of abundance. When you appreciate what you have, no matter how small, you signal to the universe that you are aligned with receiving more of that energy. Gratitude turns your focus from lack to fullness, from fear to trust. Ask yourself, what in my life right now can I celebrate? Sometimes the simple act of appreciating the warmth of sunlight on your skin or the sound of laughter can shift your entire vibration. Healing through alignment also means releasing what no longer serves you, whether it's an old habit, a toxic relationship, or a belief that you are not enough. This letting go is not always easy. It can feel like shedding a skin that has become familiar, even if it's uncomfortable. But each time you release, you make space for something new. Think of your energy field as a vessel. If it's filled with resentment, fear, or outdated stories, how can it hold the lightness of joy and wellness? Release is the invitation for renewal. A powerful reflection is this: what am I holding on to that is weighing me down, and what would happen if I let it go? Sit with that question, and don't force the answer. Often, the simple willingness to ask begins the process of transformation. Finally, living in true alignment means embodying the energy you want to experience before it arrives. If you want more love in your life, practice being love now. Speak it, express it, radiate it. If you want better health, align with the frequency of vitality by celebrating every breath, every movement, every moment your body supports you. This is not pretending. It's creating the conditions where the reality you seek can flourish. The quantum field responds to who you are being, not just to what you are asking for. As you move forward on this journey, remember that healing is not a straight line. There will be moments when you feel aligned and moments when you don't. That's okay. Alignment is not about never falling. It's about remembering that you can always return. Each breath, each choice, each moment is a chance to tune your energy to come back to the truth that you are not separate from the source of wellness. You are it. You always have been. Ask yourself as you read this, what energy do I want to live from today? What would my life feel like if I chose to be the calm, the love, the wellness I have been seeking? That answer, felt in your heart and not just your mind, is the beginning of true alignment. Quantum healing is not a mystical promise, but an invitation to live with deeper awareness and intention. It's about remembering that you are more than your circumstances, more than your past, more than the stories you've been told. You are an energetic being, constantly shaping and reshaping your reality with every thought, emotion, and choice you make. True wellness is not found by endlessly seeking something outside yourself. It emerges when you align with the energy that is already within you, the energy that has been waiting for you to remember your own power. The journey we've explored, awakening beyond old illusions, understanding the quantum nature of energy, rewriting your inner script, living as a vibrational creator, and walking the path of alignment, is not a linear checklist. It's a rhythm, a dance, a lifelong practice of tuning into the frequency of your soul. Each moment offers a choice: to remain in the static of fear and doubt, or to shift toward love, gratitude, and trust. Healing is less about fixing and more about allowing yourself to be who you truly are beneath all the noise. If there is one message to carry forward, it is this: you are not broken. You are a field of infinite possibilities, capable of aligning with the highest frequencies of wellness, joy, and peace. Every breath is a chance to return, to release what no longer serves you, and to step fully into the truth that your energy is your greatest medicine. So I leave you with this question. What would your life look like if, starting today, you chose to live as though you were already whole? What might shift if you trusted that every cell, every thought, every beat of your heart is already resonating with the potential for healing and transformation? The journey is yours to create. Begin now with the next breath and see where this alignment can take you. If these words have stirred something within you, I invite you to share your reflections. What resonated most deeply? How are you tuning your energy today? Leave a comment, subscribe for more insights, and continue walking this path of conscious, radiant wellness, because your energy, when aligned, can light up the world.